All right, guys, welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another live stream. Happy Friday, and happy November. We are in November, and historically, November is very bullish for Bitcoin. Again, we are in the halving year, and typically, November is a big month for crypto overall, especially for BTC. I think we're going to see, in my opinion, probably 80K by the end of the month. And then going into December, as we approach the end of the year, I think we're going to see. Um, I think we're going to see 100K BTC by the end of the year. If not, we'll probably and I don't know if we surpass 100K. Obviously, if we hit 100K, we may go over it a little bit, but probably retract back down to the 90s and then bounce between there and probably go up to 130, 150 by April. Right? That's just my opinion. Now, before I continue, we got to do a mic check. We got to do a mic check, so give me just a second. Let me do a mic check. Give me just a second. Mic check. All right, so it looks like my mic is working. Everything sounds good. Yeah, so if we look at the prices today, let me share my screen. Give me just a sec. Let me share my screen. All right, and again, I'm covering crypto a lot these live streams because we are in a bull market. We are, I think we're getting ready to see new highs. So this is why I'm doing a lot of lives talking about Bitcoin, crypto. It's a new asset class, and I think it should be treated just like the stock market as far as opportunities. I mean, a lot of you don't know much about the stock market. I'm not saying that. A lot of you do know a lot about the stock market, but most people don't, right? Most people invest through a 401k or the IRA or whatever, like through their job. So most people don't know a lot about the stock market. And I think crypto is the new stock market. There's going to be a lot of assets in which you can make some good money on. Bitcoin being one of them, right? Okay, so yeah, so right now we're at 68,000. And I think right now we're just seeing a quick little sell off. I mean, we touched 71, 72. Um, the real goal, right? The real goal, and let's pull this up. Let's do a year's chart. Right, the real goal, let me see the trading view. Yeah, the trading view is probably a little bit better. Yeah, if we look at the trading view, it's way better. All right, yeah, so 73. So I think once we get past this 74, let's see, right there. Right there. I'd say once we pass this, get to 74, 75, we confirm the breakout from all-time highs, and I think we shoot up to 80K by the end of November. Maybe 80, 85, but that's just my prediction. Now, I do think we're going to see an altcoin season. I think altcoin season is around the corner, and the hot narratives are going to start popping off. They're going to start going up. A lot, some first and others. And again, hot narratives in the space, in my opinion, for this bull run is going to be DePIN, AI. I think those are going to be the first things because those are kind of what went up at the beginning of the year in January through March, right? We saw Render. We saw things like Akash. We saw, I know Flux went up, Pith, FET AI, which is now ASI, I believe, Ocean. A lot of those plays went up, and they significantly crashed. But I think now that we're getting close to altcoin season, we are going to see the parabolic move in some of these altcoins, and they're going to really outperform BTC. Right now, again, if you haven't watched my previous live, You know my positioning on this. You don't the way you're gonna make money in this bull market, this crypto bull market, is not being greedy, right? So let's say you come in with $10,000 and you make 300,000 to 400,000, or you're at 300,000 to 400,000 profit, but you're thinking, let me just hold this until I get to a million or two, three. You got to be realistic, and also it depends on what you're invested in, right? If you really whatever potential you think the altcoin you're in has, so let's just say you think ultimately it has a 10x potential, right? You bought something at 10 bucks, you think it can go to 100. I would say conservatively do 60% of that, right? And you need to believe that it could do a 10x comfortably towards the end of the bull market. Now, you can't really top the end of the bull market, but you can kind of go off where BTC's at, right? Some quick points, some price points would be BTC at 100K. You might want to think about taking profit at that point. BTC around 115, then 120, and then maybe at most I would wait at like 150, right? So those are the kind of the price points that I'm looking at when BTC is at 100. I'll look at my portfolio and I'll look at my goal and I'll say how far am I from my goal, and would I be comfortable, like do I think I have enough like more room to run, and how much risk do I am I taking on by staying in the market longer? Do I risk staying too long in to where I get caught back into the start of the bear market? Because you got to remember, the bull markets are very short up compared to the bear markets, right? Bull markets, like the parabolic phase, only lasts for like 5 months, 5 to 6 months. So we'll probably be done with the bull market by April to April to July. We'll probably be done with the bull market. Now, if it crashes, it may have a bounce and things like that, but I think we'll see the peak of this bull market in April to July, right? I think that's where we're going to see it at. And yeah, those price points are 100K. Once BTC is at 100K, you need to look at your portfolio. Most people have a bunch of alts, right? Me, myself included. So, you really have to use BTC as the gauge of where you need to take profit. And for me, in my opinion, 100K is like that first, that price point for BTC where you need to look at your portfolio and say, okay, do I think my portfolio hit close to its peak? And again, if your portfolio has a 10x potential, so let's say you put $10,000 in, and now you're at 100,000, or you're trying to get to 100,000, I would say cut your expectations to 60 to 70%. So once you hit 60, 70,000, cash out. All right. If you think your portfolio has a 20x and you put in 10,000, then you have 200K. All right. So maybe you cash out at 130, 140, somewhere around there. So yeah, I think November is going to be historical. I think we get to 80K, and I think BTC surprises a lot of people. A lot of people right now are down because they see the price falling, and now they're bearish again. Again, what happens in these bull markets is the Bitcoin just takes everybody by surprise. We don't know what day it's going to be, but it just shoots up, and you can't get in anymore at that point. You can't get into these altcoins at these low prices because they're just going to shoot up and leave you behind. So you need to make sure that you're in your positions now before this November parabolic move happens, because it's going to happen all of a sudden. You'll see BTC, like it's going to do like this huge green candle to like 80, and then people are going to be chasing. That's going to be the time where retail is going to come in. You're going to see people posting screenshots fake screenshots on Instagram and all this stuff. So you've really got to be careful. You need to have your target, your goal in mind, and be able to separate the noise from what's actually going on, and make sure you profit, right? Because most people don't profit from these bull runs. They hold until the next bear market, and they're with a crappy meme coin, or some coin that doesn't really have much utility. So make sure you have that target in mind, and make sure you don't overstay. You're welcome. Okay, yeah, so BTC is a little bit down today. It's at 68, 69. In my opinion, I think it recovers over the weekend, maybe even tonight. I think, again, it's just doing some quick shakeouts, some dips, and it's going to get the weekends out before it goes to 75, then 80K, then 85, and then we're going to reach 100K, in my opinion, by the end of the year. So, yeah, so let me take a look at some other altcoins. Ethereum is down. It was at 2,600. So Ethereum's at 2486. Let's see what else. Solana's at 164. So Solana didn't really lose much. Solana's still up. Let's see what's the biggest gainer over the 24-hour. So Cardano is the biggest gainer right now. Radium. Oh, Radium's up. I think that's I don't know if that's a DEX or what. But yeah, most coins are not up right now. Aerodrome is up. Actually, Aerodrome has been performing pretty good. It's at 116. So that one, a lot of people are, it's a DEX on Base, right? And it's the new hot DEX. Base has a lot of users. If you look at Coinbase, it has a bunch of users. So I think this coin, being that the fact that all the finance YouTubers are talking about the coin, it's going to be one, in my opinion, right now, financial advice, is going to be one of those coins that pump during this bull market. If you look at the market cap, if I move my screen out the way here, it's 678 million, right? Some people are not paying attention to it, and it's fine. But I think the way also, at least for me, all these coins are not going to pump at the same time, right? All these coins won't pump at the same time. They will, it's going to be one sector, like one narrative after the other, right? So you might have the dependent AI narrative that pops off, and then the money that's made there is going to go into another sector. That may go into like DeFi. Then they may go into some meme coins. But that's typically how it goes. Everything doesn't just pump at once. Usually the hottest sector goes first. People cash out of that. After that pump, that goes somewhere else. And then whoever gets left standing doesn't make much, right? And typically it's one pump. One huge pump. So you really need to have good price targets in mind and not overstay your welcome, right? So yeah, I think I think it's going to be very historical. I think once you're having Thanksgiving dinner, I think you'll see BTC at 80K, maybe 85. Just my opinion. Everybody's going to be talking about it at Thanksgiving, and hopefully you're one of those people that have a good portfolio, didn't sell off your position because of the volatility, and you could be one of the ones celebrating at Thanksgiving dinner, right? And maybe Christmas too. Christmas, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have some that Christmas pump as well going into the new year. But yeah, I think November is going to be very historical for BTC. So keep your eye on the chart. Remember, during a bull run, you need to keep your eye on the chart 10, 12 times a day. I know during a bear market, you don't need to do that. But during a bull market, you really need to be paying attention to the price, because you need to know what your portfolio is doing, and make sure you have that price, your financial goal in mind when you see the prices moving parabolically, right? Okay, that's pretty much it. Have a good Friday. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.